I have a dream.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome everybody for coming. So this evening, Craig and Jane are obviously going to be on stage, and a couple of pointers for this evening. If you feel that any of the links or messages are for you, please don't be shy to put your hand up and see if any of those links are for you. And also, if you do feel anything's for you, please make sure that you speak up so Craig and Jane can hear you. If you want to put your hands together for Craig and Jane.
And also, there's a first, because we're going to be filming live, and I don't think this has ever been done before, a live filming of a mediumistic demonstration. So that's a first.
Oh, that's nice.
In the senior show, actually. Like Celeste said, give us your energy, give us your thoughts, send your thoughts up to those in the spirit world that you'd like to come through. Do you want to do the first link then, Jane?
Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Now, when I was meditating in the other room, oh well, is this off? Where's that Domenico?
You've switched on, haven't you, Jane?
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me now?
That's working.
Is that working?
Testing, testing.
Right. How many of you never been to see a medium? It's only Now, you gentlemen who's been dragged along by your girlfriends or wives, I don't want you disappearing to the toilets or slipping under the chairs, because I will find you. Right. Now, my first link I got was a gentleman that was singing Frank Sinatra, I Do It My Way. Can anybody take that, please? All right. All right. What's your name? Oh, there's somebody else over there. 3. Well, the gentleman gave his name as Roy. Are we there? All right. Okay. All right. Does the name Sheila mean anything to you? All right. Well, hang on. Does it mean anything to anybody there?
We had Roy down here, Jane, I think.
All right. Okay.
Did you say Roy, this lady here?
Yeah, it's
Roy.
definitely Roy. And he was singing I Do It My Way, because he was saying, I'm not saying I've met up with Frank Sinatra, but I like the song. Does that mean anything to you?
Yes.
Okay. He was quite a character, this gentleman, too.
Yes.
And everybody would have loved him.
Yeah.
And they were sad when he went. Would you understand?
Yes. Yes.
I don't know why he's going in between both of you.
He was my grandfather.
All right. And what was he to you?
My dad.
Your dad. All right. But he's singing away here, singing away. And I felt a gentleman. He's quite tallish, because he's got all his hair's gone back now, because he's quite grey, going towards the end of his life. Is that right?
Yeah.
And he said he's quite handsome, because he's gone back quite young.
Right? He would say that, yeah.
Yeah. Would you understand that? Okay. Now, he definitely watches over you, and he's sorry that he has to communicate this way, but it doesn't cost a penny. Would you understand what he's saying? He's got a good sense of humour.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's very proud of his family, very proud.
Yeah.
And
That's all he ever said.
He's you have to speak up, because I can't hear the response.
Yeah, no, that's all he ever said.
He's
He was
very
always
proud of
of
his family.
Yeah.
And he's attending a spirit garden over there. Does that mean anything to you? You like the garden? Flowers.
The garden.
He likes to see the flowers. Does that mean anything to you?
We lay a lot of flowers, and we call it the garden.
All right, well, that'll do nicely. We'll make that fit then.
Yeah.
But he's talking about spirit garden, but he's attending a spirit garden on the other side.
Oh, right.
All right,
Yeah.
because he likes flowers and things. Because he said, "Can you tell them, Jane, that flowers are for the living?" Would you understand that?
Yes.
He's quite an old-fashioned gentleman. And
Yes.
he really is a gentleman as
Yes.
well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. He's singing away here because he had quite a good voice, so he tells me.
Yes, he
All
would.
right. And and I don't know if anything was played like that at his funeral, but he said I'd done it my way. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Did
Yes.
you play that?
Absolutely, definitely, yes.
All right,
yes.
that's good. Because,
And also on his coffin, I did it my way on the
that's
side
good
of
then,
his
that's
coffin.
good. Because he's laughing at it. And I felt a lovely gentleman. And I felt a gentleman, he said, you know, I was ready to go.
Yes,
I
yes.
was ready to go. Because he said, I expect in a few 100 years' time we'll all live to 1,000 years old. And he said, I was ready. Now, there was a lady that came for him. Would you understand that, please?
Yes, yes.
And he's with the lady there, and he was pleased to see her. Does that make
Yes,
sense?
definitely, yes,
He
yes.
said, I waited a long time.
Mm.
And he said, and when I saw her, my eyes were filled up with tears, he's saying, but I couldn't stop kissing her.
Yeah, that was bad, yeah.
I couldn't stop kissing her. He said, I was so pleased, he said, and it took my breath away because she looked beautiful and still looks beautiful to me.
Yeah, that's definitely like, sort of thing you would say.
And you talk to him at times because he can hear you.
Yes, I do.
All right.
I talk to his photo all the time.
All right, because keep doing it because
it makes me feel
that.
like he's still here.
Yeah, because he's saying, you know, because a lot of people once when they go, they don't suddenly, they just got the memories, but they can hear you, the spirit world. I know it's very hard for people to get their head around these things, but they can hear us. And if you do get a message from the spirit world, you're very blessed because it takes a lot of love and a lot of energy. And he was waiting in that room.
Oh.
And I had several lining up because it's a bit like a psychic bus station there. And I have to say to him, look, you have to wait, you have to go. I can only deal one at a time. Yeah. And that. Okay. He watched a graduation.
Oh, yeah. My granddaughter graduated
very
just
proud
recently.
Moment. Very proud moment. All right. Okay. I got an A there drawn and I got an M.
Her name's Amy.
All right, because he's showing me that. Okay. It's bringing you, he's singing away here and that. It's not bringing you flowers from the spirit world. He's just bringing you songs, I'm afraid.
I always remember him sing when we were younger. He was always singing, joking and singing.
And he's very proud of his family. He's a man that's very proud of his family. And I put good values into them. That's all I asked of them, to be good human beings. That's what he said. Yeah. All right. A bit on the old-fashioned side, but lovely.
Yes, sort of strict, the old-fashioned rules.
Yeah, but it's the best way. Like you have a clip round the ear if you don't do as you're told.
Yeah, that's it.
Not allowed to now, are they, of course?
Eat your dinner up or you don't get anything for tea.
Yeah. All right. Now he's bringing biscuits in and a cup of tea. Biscuits and a cup of tea.
Yes.
Does that mean anything to you?
Well, I mean, the only thing it really means is that towards the end of his life, he just loved his cup of tea and custard creams.
All right. He's bringing biscuits and a cup of tea. Yes. And he's saying, you know, we don't have to have that on the other side. All right. Because when your physical body leaves and you go over in your spiritual body, you've got lovely memories and things, and it's sad if anyone loses anybody, really.
Yes.
Okay. He's laughing away here. He said, "Blimey, I was waiting to get through." He's saying, and it took a lot of energy. He said, "Okay." Now I'm getting out of breath as he's talking. He's quite excited to get through. All right. Now he's saying, why is he saying suited and booted?
I don't really know.
Because is there a photograph of him in a nice suit?
Oh, yes. We got lots of photos of him at weddings and that. And so he was always very smart. And
yeah, because I'm getting a a very sort of attitude, cleanliness next to godliness. It's like
Yes,
that.
yeah.
You've got to look smart.
Yeah, he always shirt and tie, even on seaside, shirt and tie.
All right.
Maybe the tie come off, but
Oh, did somebody have his watch? Was there a watch?
yes,
I think
yes,
he's on about his watch.
yes.
And
No, I've
because I
got
can hear
them.
this ticking of a watch. He's talking about a watch.
Yes.
Okay. Now, he said, I better step back because we've got a lot of people that want to get through.
Yes.
He's
yeah.
saying, but to let you know, I'm doing all right. And I've done it my way.
Oh, lovely. Thank
Right.
you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
I can use this mic. Yeah. I think I prefer to stand up when I'm doing my demonstrations, actually. So as I've been sat there, I've had a young man talking to me here, who he's talking about having a fall. He had a particular fall or something, and I heard the name Chris. So there's something connected with Chris around this. I don't know if it's his name or it's the person I want to get to, but he kept saying Chris is the name. And he gives me the feeling of something that was a bit of a maverick in some ways, because I feel he didn't like to conform, and he was a bit, how can I say, lived on the edge a little bit in his life. And so I feel like a young man, so I'm feeling quite a kind of a reasonably quick passing with him, because I think there's something like a fall that was associated with this. Now, can anybody understand this so far? You understand the Chris? And do you understand fall? Because I feel if I've hurt myself and fallen, and I feel like I'm quite high up. I feel as if I'm high up. Okay. Ah, that's interesting. You should say from the top of a car, because he was talking about a car, but I was thinking, I thought it was a building and a car. I was confusing it in my mind. Okay. And was he a little bit like quite a fun sort of person?
Yeah.
And
Sort of the party.
tremendous sense of humor. For someone to die quickly like that, it was particularly upsetting, because, like I say, he was not an old man. He was a young,
17.
yeah. And he tells me he was super energetic. You know, I mean, at that age you are energetic, but he was kind of super energetic, right? And did he have some, when he knew his life as a younger boy, did he have an interest in railways
I'm not sure.
or sets? Something good with feeling of.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Okay, look, check it out. It's, mic's coming in and going. Sorry. I might use Jane's mic at the same time. That won't cause a feedback, will it? No. No, that's you know, it's the thing with me. When we do our live shows, I'm always the one with the mics that go wrong. Okay. And he tells me he's a good-looking lad, right? And have I got quite dark hair with
Yes.
him too? Yeah, and it was quite slightly greasy with the darkness, because it's sort of, he could
Wavy and slicky,
could
yeah.
fall nice on his face. And I don't know if he had a tooth missing in the
I
front.
think he knocked his tooth out when he came
Yeah,
in.
because he
I
knocked
think
his
the
tooth. Yes, I've
accident-
got the tooth missing in the front of his face, because he always had a beautiful smile with
Yeah.
him. Just see the problem with
I just thought of the train bit. The accident over the car just happened just over a train bridge.
it happened on a train bridge, so that's the bit with the train. Okay, that makes sense. Love music with him too. I absolutely love music. I mean, everybody loves music, but I feel I've got a big collection, and they would have been records, I feel, at that time.
Party all the time.
Yeah, the old style records. And I don't know, he gives me the feeling I died with new shoes on. I don't know what that means. Had he just bought a new pair of shoes, or did they buy a new pair of shoes for him when they put him in the coffin?
I'm not sure. He always had new clothes on.
But
That's
always
why-
loved the brand new.
Yeah.
But you might better check that. I got brand new shoes particularly, and real joker
all
actually.
the time.
Always full of wit. I mean, 17 years old, but he felt like he'd been around for years and had a whole collection of jokes, like
Totally.
Bob Monkhouse style of humour, I've got to say, with him. He could have been a comedian. I think he's the sort of person that could have stood up here, told you a lot, quite
That was him,
comfortable
yeah.
talking to everybody.
definitely.
Would have, taken the my chord occasionally. Didn't have a friend called Michael. Why did he say Michael?
My partner now.
That's because he said taking the Michael. So he'd have given time. I'm going to say your partner now, only because I've got to say, I don't know if Michael's here, that Michael's quite a placid sort of man, the easygoing sort of gentleman.
Yep.
And he would always have a go at the easygoing people. And you've got a book of his with some writing in it.
I've got loads of photos and an album of him.
But there's something written by hand he's talking about.
My friend
But-
has something
yeah.
he wrote for her.
And it's kind of quite special, this, because it's quite well felt, can I say?
Yeah, they were sort of
Sorry?
they were in love basically.
Okay, because it feels to me like poetry, you know?
Yep.
And it's written in ink pen as opposed to biro, I want to say too, with this.
Maybe,
Okay, because you put little hearts on it and little things like that. So he's got this expert side, but he's also got this very feeling, sensitive side to it as well, hasn't
Very
he?
loving.
And before his accident, he also... Is that you?
That's me.
Yes, you. I just said, he's telling me lower back, and you've had a lot of that problem. It's been quite upsetting for you for a little while.
Yep.
And he's saying, I want to loosen it up with something like swimming. You know, it's
You
not the
start
sort of-
Zumba.
You got it planned. Okay, good. So you can't give any recommendations. Then. And sounds odd. Do you understand something about pirates?
We used to go on adventures round Farley Mount and play all silly games.
But pirates in particular, was he keen about something like that as a kid?
He used to pretend he was on a pirate ship when he was on top of the car.
Okay, well, I got the pirates. Okay, I have to give what I get. I feel daft sometimes, but I just feel him sort of saying something. These are little memories that he talks about, because he tells me that when you're a mental person generally, I've got to say, there's a lot of sentimentality about the past and things. And of course, this is a kind of a hard one for the past for you.
Yep.
And he wants you to have feelings of joy, really, because he's a person that really life,
He did.
the art of vivre of life. He couldn't speak French. He had to learn French. I think about there was something he had to learn French. His girlfriend wasn't French, was she?
No.
This.
Not that I know
Why did I say joie? Because I wouldn't. It's not a
No.
phrase I'd use.
of.
Was
You
that
come out of all sorts of weird things all
Yeah.
the time. You just,
Okay. But I just feel him here. His love to you.
yeah.
The back. I feel not to worry about that. That's going to sort itself out. And there's a new house. You're moving, or there's a new house coming, or there's a purchase of a new house.
I don't know.
Somebody's getting a new house.
That'd be nice.
You don't know, but he's saying it's definite. There's definitely something like this. Did he have a sister or something, or someone in the family that's
You have
buying
a
it?
sister, yeah.
Is his sister thinking about buying?
I haven't seen her for ages.
Can you check?
I will.
Because I think you'll find that she's buying a new house.
She may be,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. And who is it going to go far away to Australia? I don't know if I've seen a journey far away here too.
His mum and dad have been.
His mum and
travelling
dad
a
have
lot
gone to
since.
Australia. Okay, because I just see off to Australia. I don't know if you want to go there. That's the sort of, you don't like flights, he says to me. But
not long ones.
Not, but he's just saying that might happen to you one day. I feel as if we're going to go a long way away, and I feel it's. I'm seeing Sydney. Yeah,
I've got somebody that's in Sydney.
and they're in Sydney. Okay, so that's what. And also there's another one down in Canberra. He said she'd have to go to Canberra too.
No.
And something about the dogs. He's saying to me here, and I
Yeah.
don't want a singular dog. I want plural dogs. I feel dogs in a kennel. It's groups of them. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
You understand about the
Yeah.
kennels and the dogs. So he's just saying, they're still making this
Yeah.
from people putting complaints in at the council. Does
No, I
that
haven't
make
gone that way.
Sorry?
Thank God.
You understand it?
Yeah.
Though? Yeah. Okay. So he's just saying about that there, but he's raising a glass of wine to you, even though he's underage for drinking,
Mm-hmm.
right?
We had
And I
a
think
few.
that's something we'd know about.
Yeah.
And he said, "Are you his mum? Are you his
No,
mother?
I'm his friend.
You're his friend."
We were
But
really
I
good
just
friends.
can I put love to his mum, right?
Yeah.
Because you still see her, and she would find the idea of mediumship a little bit difficult, I think,
Yeah,
because
she would.
she's had a lot of strong Christian upbringing.
Mhm.
But if put in the right way, she might sort of feel, I don't believe you, but I think I do, you know?
Yeah.
So you could tell us some of the things
I
that
will
were
speak
said.
to her.
Okay. And also, I want to say love from Jeffrey too. I don't know why I want to say that. Is that someone connected on her side, his side there?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Okay, so the
Don't
mother
know
might know that.
everybody's names. Yeah, I'll ask
Okay.
her.
All right. You're the conduit for a message for someone else, it seems to me as well.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
I'll let Jane have another shot. Thank you.
Heather, can you give a rose to the lady there, please? Because where's your manners, Craig?
Oh yes, well, we give a rose to each
Because
person that
I'd
has a
like to
reading.
give a rose
And so
from
you're-
loved ones from the spirit realm. So
This
you've
is
got
our-
memory.
This is our little
All right.
bribes to everybody. The lady just behind.
That's it. Right. Now I've got a lady here in the spirit realm and she's looking for her son. And I felt this lady had MS and she's got a dog, a Labrador with her, the name Shelley. Does that mean to anybody? All right. That's okay. Let me just see. Now I've got two other links there, so stand back for the other ones. Okay. And she's talking about how you looked after her. And she's talking about Yvonne. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Has there been a little bit of an argument?
Probably years ago, yeah.
Well, that'll do nicely. Make that fit. Okay. And she thanks you for looking after her. And you do very good work, she says, on the earth. And you help many souls. And she's very proud of you.
Thank you.
And have you been, has there been a discussion in the family about another doggy?
No,
Is somebody trying to push you to get another doggy?
no.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yeah.
All right. Where can we place, or would have been, about 5 puppies?
Yeah, I can take that.
All right, I'm glad you can. Let me just see what she said. All right. There's a lot of charitable work that you're going to be involved with in helping many souls. Okay. But she's looking down on her grandchildren, you understand?
Yeah.
And she's saying, it's nice to be a close family, because I felt this lady's quite pleased with looking down on her grandchildren. They're also very different.
Yeah, I can say that.
Now, okay. Is there somebody that's had a baby around you?
Not recently, no.
Well, it don't have to be recently. It don't have to
No.
be like yesterday or that. As somebody, is there a very, because she's talking about a great grandchild, and I take it she's talking about your family.
There's one coming.
Oh, you do know. Give him 5 more minutes. It's a man. All right. Okay. Let me just see. But there's a lot of excitement to come. Okay, a lot of excitement she's talking about. Okay. Now, I feel as if this lady travels in the back of your car, keeping an eye on you. Would you understand that?
I do, yeah.
Because you sense her and feel her, because you're quite intuitive yourself.
Yeah.
And and she's very happy that you're happy. And she said all I really want of you is just happiness, which you've got that. Is that correct?
Yeah.
You can't say anything else, can he, if his wife sat next
No.
to him? You got a clip around the ear. All right. Does initial J mean anything to you?
Sorry, Jane.
Does initial J, not me, does initial J,
Yeah. I can
what's
take that.
initial J mean to you?
It's a niece.
All right, she's just drawn initial J. All right. That's a very old-fashioned name, isn't it? Going back there. She's talking about her father, and she's talking about her mother in the spirit world that she was pleased to see them. And I don't know, she showed me a wheelchair. Does a wheelchair mean anything
Yeah,
to you?
it does.
And she's kicked that wheelchair away, and she said, I've got my legs and I'm perfect, right? And you nurtured her and looked after her, which she was grateful for. And it's made you the man you are today, a very caring person.
Okay.
Good. I can hear your voice, chest. Okay. Is there a birthday coming up?
I've just had one.
Oh, that would do nicely then. Let me just see. But also, is there an anniversary associated around the lady? Anniversaries in spiritual terms mean
Yeah,
birthdays
yeah.
or passing. Would you understand that?
I do, yeah.
All right, because she's saying that. Okay. Right. Who would have thought the profession you're in? Who would have thought it now? Who would have thought it? But she's saying, I'm very, very proud of you, because it means a lot to me that you found your path and you've always been a caring boy. It was quite difficult for you going back in your youth, but you've come through it and you're very blessed because you've got a good family.
Thank you.
All right, let me just see. Now, you're saying there's one baby coming and you will have news of another baby.
Okay.
Don't say, oh dear. It's not your wife, that's for sure. All right. But good news, very good news, because children are blessings, aren't they? Okay. I don't know why she's bringing pots of honey in.
No, I can't take that.
All right, well, she's still bringing it, whether you take it or not. She's still bringing pots of honey. All right, let's just see. Because sometimes things are symbolic. Sometimes they bring things through and we might not understand it. Okay. I feel as if she's trying to push you ahead, and very much because you do think about things and you do take things in an awful lot and you do help an awful lot of people. But I feel she walks beside you, and good news that she doesn't need a wheelchair anymore, because her physical body, when she went over to the spirit world, is as if her normal body came back. Would you understand that?
I do, yeah.
All right. Now, why don't you show me a mop and bucket?
Yeah, I can take that.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Isn't he a lovely man? He can take a mop and bucket. Most men can, could they? All right. Show me now. Now she's saying, I'm very proud of you. Don't worry about your dog. Your dog is with me. Your dog is with me. And that dog walks beside you, and that dog you might feel brush past your legs at some stage. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
It's very much a family dog. It's like this dog's very closely connected. Right, I see a golden dog.
Yeah.
It's a golden dog, because they show me a golden dog. Okay. And was there a baby lost? Was there a baby lost?
Yes.
Because she's received her grandchild in spirit is with her. Of course, that child's grown now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Now, I feel she's leaving us, and that she's saying, I just want you to know that I'm watching over you. I'm not far away, and I'm looking out for you. All right? God bless you.
Thank you.
Sometimes we don't know where we're going, and we've also got people watching us live as well. So I often wonder if some of the messages might even go out to people who are viewing this at the moment on YouTube. Yes, maybe Putin's watching. Yeah. Well, a pretty bad message, I'm afraid. in fact, funnily enough, I've been getting military sort of feelings while I've been sat there. Not that I'm feeling like joining up, but I've just been getting somebody's connecting with me with military things. And I heard the name Powell. Gosh, you know, Powell was the person over there. But I was getting this name Powell. And also some connections with military. I'm talking this to an older sort of, who's trying to connect with me now, who had military connections. So I'll be going to somebody's grandfather type of link here. And this man, I don't know, was it Norman Powell? Was it the one that was in the Americans or something? But I heard the name Norman. So I don't know, can anybody understand this little bit of information that I've given so far? Because he's a quieter man and he takes a little bit of coaxing, I've got to say, from the spirit here. He was a Catholic, I feel. So he found it a little bit difficult to accept the idea of this type of new agey type of thing that we do here. Actually, here. Quite sure yet. Thinks. So, with the dogs in the army. There's something to do with dogs in the army. I don't know, they must use dogs sometimes in the army, but I don't know if they had a corps that dealt with dogs and things like that. And he's talking about injury to his hand. I don't know if he had a finger missing on his hand. So there's lots of information there. Did you hear?
Yes. Yeah.
Am I getting the name right?
No.
Am I getting the thing with the finger missing?
Yes.
And
yes.
the dog?
Not the dogs. Not that I know
of. Okay. Did this man have very blue eyes?
No.
And I'm because to make sure I'm with you, because keep listening elsewhere just in case. Somebody over here sort of to move mics around. I'm sorry. I need to tie up. I didn't feel quite right there yet with you. I'll come again in a minute. You never know. We've got to find the correct link. But I saw the dogs. That's one of the things I wanted to sort of feel connects.
Hello. Yeah, my father-in-law was in the army. He had a son whose middle name was Norman.
Okay. And have I got the dogs? I've
got dogs.
Sorry?
I have dogs.
You have the dogs. Okay. I'm not sure. Let me just get a little bit about this. I'll just describe him a little bit more, just ask him through a little bit of his personality. I feel a funny mixture, actually. Side to it. Yeah. But there's also a kind of a upfront hard side to him. So I've got a mixture of a personality with him. Yeah. I feel he's a person that was sometimes, if you rub him up the wrong way, he could be quite aggressive is a bit harsher word, but he'd tell you what's what. Yeah. Yeah. And he also had, did he have the hand?
No, that was his son.
Because there's something about the finger missing on the hand, which was something you about. So you understand that. Yeah. And he's also talking, and the dogs you say relate to you, because I've got the dogs, but I've got multiple dogs. I've got to put it plural. Yes. Right? I almost feel like I want a pack of them, the way he's describing it to me here. Yeah?
I've got 3.
Okay. And he, so there was something also about, was there some problem with something underground connected with the house or something? He's taking me underground here. Was there something like...
Son's house. That was Harry Norman's house.
That's the Norman house. Yeah. And got something under the ground of the house has gone wrong. I don't know if there's a sewer broken or something like that.
No, yeah, he had to have all the foundations.
So it's underground of the house. Okay, so that makes sense to me. Okay. Okay, we are with you. And like I say, he's a mixture of a character. Like he could be quite difficult sometimes with people. He could also be... Yes. Yeah. And then you get him drunk a bit. he could be really funny and humorous,
Yeah.
you know. But you needed to sort of loosen him up a bit, you know, to get him into that sort of frame of mind. And then he could get almost silly. So he got this strange, interesting personality that was very changeable in his way. Did he have a moustache or something here? Was
No, his
A-
son did.
Okay,
I wonder whether it's his son coming through.
okay, well, perhaps they come together if there's two in the spirit.
Yeah,
Because if it's two in
maybe.
the spirit, can often
Yeah.
give you, I can get them confused. They merge. Because I've got a moustache here.
Yeah.
And so, was the son good at sports? Something about sports and cricket.
No.
Did somebody love cricket? Because he's talking about cricket to me now. Because I'm seeing cricket on the green. I'm seeing it in a village. The name Price make any sense?
No.
I won't names if I don't get the name right first. I just heard that name Price. Okay. Sorry, it's a bit of a muddled link a little bit here, actually, because I think, like you say, I think I've got two communicators at the same time, and I'm trying to sort the two of them out between themselves here. Have you just had a change of job?
No.
Or somebody around you, close to you, has had a change of career? She's talking about here.
Yeah, I've retired.
Okay, because I just get the change.
Right.
And I just get the frustration with it, as it were, in some respects. Obviously a good thing to do, and you enjoy it, but also I get the sense that you're a very active person, you know, and you kind of chomping at the bit to do something, you know. And me and Jane, we do a lot of charitable work. Charitable work's always a good idea, says to me, right? And he's also saying about, I don't know if there was also, you had a problem with the car, and there's something we're going to be thinking about possibly buying a different car.
Yes,
Yeah, because he's just saying about he's seen that as well. And okay, well that's kind of what I think I've got for him here. Actually, I just feel like he's around you. I feel he wanted to bring the both of them together at the same time, because I feel with the younger person there was a lot of tragedy with this. You know, there was a lot. You know, he was ready to go because he was an older man. I feel he went older and like later in. But the younger person, I feel it was a difficult passing, a fairly unpleasant passing, I want to say. I don't know if they had a cancer condition or something that really, but they just want to show themselves as fit, as well, as happy and healthy. And I also want to say that this is important because it gives you a long life.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll let Joe.
Heather. So Rose. Thanks, Heather.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I forget that bit. Yeah, you're on. I should be.
All right. Right. I had a young man that came through that committed suicide. Does that mean anything to anybody here? I know that must be right. Where am I? There. A young man? Well, we only got one at the moment. All right. Let's just see. Right, hold that link. I'm getting 3 here. And I saw, this isn't with you, what I'm getting now. I saw a baby that passed with jet black hair that had gone over in the spirit world. Does that mean anything to anybody? No, I'm not with you there. We'll still keep this one on hold. Okay, let me just see. So I'm getting a tightening around the neck here. He would have hung himself, my dear. Would you understand that? Yeah, dark hair. All right. That's it.
Yeah.
Near your voice
Yes.
now, darling. It brings up the vibration a bit for
Yeah.
me. That's
No.
good. All right. Because I felt he was quite distressed going towards the end of his life.
Yes.
And he was a little bit misunderstood. He was sensitive.
Yes.
Very. Was there some financial difficulties?
Yeah, amongst other things. Yeah.
All right, because it felt as if he wasn't thinking straight, because we believe that people, if they commit suicide, they don't go to a place called hell. There's no such thing. Hell can be living here, can't it? And that. And you don't have to be any particular religion to go on the other side. It's the religion of love.
Yes.
That's what we believe in. Okay. Because as he comes through, I feel as if he's saying, sorry, I put all of you through that. Right?
I know.
I'm seeing trees. Why is she showing me trees?
He hung himself in a tree.
All right, I'm seeing trees.
Yeah.
And
Okay. Yeah.
and I get a tear that comes down his face and that, because you definitely wanted to go
Yes.
and definitely made that choice.
He planned it. He planned it.
Okay. Does initial P mean anything to you?
Yes, my surname.
What does it? What's
Pa.
initial P?
It's my surname, Pa.
Okay, because you just done a P in front of you. A letter P.
He had a sense of humour. Yes. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Does somebody have a tattoo in his memory?
Tisha did, didn't she? Yeah. Yeah.
Who had a?
His daughter.
All right, and that, and wears that very proudly, I want to say.
She does. Yes.
And that, because I feel as he comes through here, he's sort of saying, I'm better off where I am.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I'm in a good place. I
Yes.
wasn't while I was here.
Yeah.
And I am so sorry.
Bless.
And that. I keep on hearing cars racing.
Oh, he loved cars.
Racing. I'm getting this brum, brum, brum,
Brum,
like that.
yeah,
Brum, brum,
yeah.
brum.
Yeah.
Cars. And
Yeah.
he's just saying, you know.
He fixed a few of ours.
Sorry?
He fixed a few of our cars.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's saying about cars and that. Because, and there is somebody else there with him as well. I felt there's a lady there that came for him. Would you understand that, please?
His grandma, Indian. Yeah.
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 And because I felt that she was saying, come on, son, you're with me. She held her hand out and said, come on, darling.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you repeat?
She bought him. Yeah. She raised him for
She raised
several
him.
years.
She
Yeah.
said, come on, sweetheart, come on, darling. It's all right, you're with me now. You're quite
Oh.
safe. And he was so pleased to see her. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the lady's got daffodils round her. I don't know why she got daffodils, but it's like all flowers mean things in the spirit world, because, you know, yellow roses, good health, white roses, peace, a mixture of colours and everything. So coming with daffodils.
The
So
daffodils were out when he passed. as
the
well.
daffodils are when he
Yeah.
passed. Okay, because she's coming with the daffodils here. Okay. Now, why am I seeing a little Jack Russell? It was his mum's.
dog.
All
yeah.
right, because you show me, but show me a Jack Russell dog. Okay. Now he had to get used to his conditions on the other side. He couldn't believe where he was, and he was trying to get back very quickly.
Okay.
And that, and trying to reach all of you and say, I'm okay. I'm okay. Don't worry about me. I'm okay. Very loud music round him.
Always. Yes.
It's nearly blasting my ears.
He shows
Can you-
himself like
All
being a
right.
DJ.
Okay, because he's laughing at that. And it's as if you think about him now and again,
Yes.
and you receive his thoughts, right? Because every thought we give out to etheric of loved ones, they do receive them.
Thank you.
Okay. Right, let me just see. I keep getting chunky jewellery. I don't know why I'm seeing chunky.
Oh God, yeah, he loved his gold.
Chunky
Yeah.
jewellery.
All
It's
the
like I'm
kids
getting
smuggling gold.
big chunky sort of, I think we call them identity bracelets and things like that.
Yes, yes.
Do you understand
Yes.
that? And someone's just holding up a cross in front of you two ladies as well. It's got a big, big cross. Would you understand that? All right. And he's singing away here and that. And there's lovely photographs of him too.
Beautiful, yes.
Lovely
Yes.
photographs. All right. Now, I don't know why somebody's coming in with a horse. Does a horse mean anything to you?
Come up in the previous reading. But I'll take that. I do know someone with a horse.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I tell you what horse I'm seeing, like a pinto. It's like a horse that I'm getting in a field. So I don't know if he's talking about a horse who was near the field before he passed.
Quite well have been near him.
Yeah, don't make it fit. It's just sort of what he's showing me.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you. Yeah.
Okay, let's just see. I don't know why I'm hearing Elvis Presley. It's not
Oh my
Elvis Presley.
God. Oh my
Elvis
God.
Presley.
We like Elvis is always on in our house.
Yeah, because he's saying Elvis Presley. Ha ha. He's just laughing at that. Okay.
Yeah.
Not that he's met Elvis, but he's just laughing. You say, it's good times here. You've got nothing to worry about. He said, when I left this earth, he said, I was absolutely pleased to go because he planned it.
He did, yeah.
He
definitely.
planned it.
Yes.
All
yes.
right. And all right. He's definitely in God's garden, I can tell you that. Definitely in
Yes.
God's garden.
Yeah.
All right. Is there somebody around you that's a Catholic?
My dad's side is very Catholic.
All right,
yes,
because
yes.
I keep getting all these prayers and someone hailing 3 Marys here and
Yeah.
everything.
All from up Wigan and Ormskirk. They're
All
all
right.
Catholics up there.
All right,
Yeah.
because it's saying that. Okay. Is somebody planning something on an anniversary linked up with him?
27th. His birthday tomorrow.
Oh, well, that's good enough
Yes,
then.
my sister's
That's good.
actually
You have to play a
going
bit
up
of
north.
Elvis then,
Yeah,
won't
my
you?
sister's going away
All
tomorrow.
right, because
yeah.
he's just laughing at
Yeah.
that. And he said, I want to thank you for everything that you've done. All right?
Thank you.
I want to thank you. And I am in a better place. Don't feel
Thank you.
sad. We'll meet up again. Not yet. Not yet.
No.
That's what he's saying. And the lady there,
Yep.
who's
That-
smoking heavily?
We both need to give up.
All right. Because, all right. Well, he's not going to materialise a packet of cigarettes, but he's
Yeah.
watching over you.
Oh,
And
bless.
I'm going to
Yeah.
leave you there.
Thank you.
And okay. And so we got the psychic bus just pulled out the station. I'll hand it over to Craig.
Can I just
All
ask,
right.
the baby
So,
you brought up at the beginning,
Sorry?
the baby you brought at the beginning with the dark hair,
Yeah.
was that through a loss, or did the baby come to the earth
It's a
plane?
loss.
Yes, that's his child.
All
Yes.
right, it was a loss. It
Yes, my
wasn't baby
sister
here on
needs
the
to
earth.
hear
It was a
that. Yeah,
loss
thank
because
you.
these children or babies that go over on the other side, they do have spiritual surrogate mothers that look after them. So even like little babies have gone over miscarriages,
Yes.
or they are
Yes.
looked after.
Yes.
All right,
My
and they
s-
grow in spirit. All
Means
right?
a lot. Thank you
Okay.
very much.
God bless you
Thank
too,
you.
and 2 roses for you.
Oh, thank
Okay.
you. Bye-bye.
I'll be all right with this one, I think. Hopefully. Actually, I might take that mic, Jane, just in case. Testing, testing. I'll use your mic and I'll sit down with it because it's easy. Yeah, wandering around, my mic's going everywhere. So as I've been sat here, I've been hearing of a family group called with the surname Williams. It's a group called Williams. There's a Williams family here that's trying to connect from the spirit side, and there's a whole load of them over there. And we've particularly a lady to be at the head of the family here, and with the name Williams. It's a Williams family. There's a sense here also that I want to connect also with. I'm getting Welsh. I'm seeing all this type of thing. I'm not still with Jane link. No. Okay, so we've got Williams. One lady here. Would you understand? The lady that's communicating would be Williams is connected in your family, is it? Okay, and I want to look to. Are you a Williams yourself? Are you?
I am.
Okay, right. And I'm feeling a lady around me that I want to go on your mother's side of the family here, because I feel the very dominant ladies on the mother's side of the family in your family. Could I say?
Yes.
Yeah, they boss you around a little bit, like Jane bosses the men around here. Is the connections with Wales as well around you? Because I've got
Yes,
this feeling
it
of
is.
we've got Welsh connections here. And she tells me also, if I look right back through the family tree, we've got a few people in the family tree that had very remarkable stories. I don't know if there was something famous in going back in your family tree.
Not that I know of.
Have you not tracked your family
I
tree?
haven't, no.
Okay, that's a shame, because sometimes if people do that, they come up with something. You're looking. You forgot your Williams. It's easy. You wait till you get to my age. Yeah. Too much milk sop. But you were a Williams. Okay. Right. You're both connected. You've both got Williams. Okay. So that's why I was getting Williams, multiple Williams, because that's why I said a Williams family, because I've got to think, why am I getting more than one? Okay. Okay. Right. All right. Yes. And family that is quite famous, somebody quite famous or something quite unusual. Yeah, I think we would. Let me see if I can find out, because is something strange that I'm being told here? Something that's a little bit odd, and I get the feeling it goes back a few generations, and it has something to do with animals. And I don't know if it's horses, right? So was there a famous horse? Oh, okay, I'm guessing now then.
It involves a horse.
It involves a horse, because there's something about a horse, and I don't know if there was something associated with somebody like, it was somebody high up in society, like almost like a royal type of thing. I don't know that. So my own mind must be coming in now. I think I've given you enough. I can't give more, otherwise my brain will start filling it in.
It was a highwayman.
A highwayman. Okay. I knew there was something unusual with the William.
Word high in it.
Yeah, and maybe it's your grandmother that's making the communication here, because
My
she was.
grandmother is a Williams.
Okay, and she's quite a character.
Yes.
Real dominant lady, I've got to say. Very funny sense of humor for her age, for her time, when women were supposed to be quiet in the good old days. She used to speak out, didn't she? Because she was quite a strong lady, she bossed all the men around. She think men were in charge, but they didn't have a chance.
Runs in her line.
Yeah. And she used to live. Did she? I mean, I said the Wales before. Are you also connected with Wales with this?
I don't know.
Okay, because I saw a small house with her, very small house. She loved to do the garden, didn't she?
Yes.
And
actually, I went to Wales with her.
You went to Wales, because I know there was something with the Wales going here, and she's talking here about the sweet peas in the garden when you were a child.
I don't remember that.
Did she used to call you sweet pea?
No. Not that.
Okay, we better not dig too deep here, perhaps. Was it something to do with the flower?
No.
Okay, because she said something about flowers or something.
Nothing that nice.
Okay, but she would love this. She'd love this idea of communication from the spirit world.
She did, yeah.
Because in her time, it was not supposed to do it, but she had an interest in it, even in those days when it was kind of 1954, it was still illegal, and she's just sort of saying like that there. You've got her Bible. I've seen a Bible or a book of hers. You've got the Bible. Okay, we're going to go to both of you.
I was going to say.
I mean, this is a different link, because this is, I think I've got two grandmothers, because your grandmother's also over there, and she was the one that must have been the Welsh link, was she? Right? And she was quite religious, wasn't she? With this very religious lady. I'm going to get both of you here, and she's saying that you've still got her Bible. You've just confirmed that to me. And did that Bible belong to someone with a P name like Percy or something like that as well? There's something. There's someone written P in it. Peter or P something is written in there.
Not that I know of. No.
Okay, take a look when you get home, because this can get really fascinating when you go in and look. There's something written in the front, and it's something with somebody's name. P is written there, not like Jane, not that sort of P. And who was the station master?
My granddad.
Your granddad was a station master.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm being told here I'm a station master. He says very proud of being the station master.
He was. Yeah.
He says it's not like these trains nowadays where you can't get a ticket. It's all robots do it all with machines. He would stand there in his uniform. He's showing me now. And it must have had some silver and things on it, because he would polish it all up. It was more like a military look to him when he had his uniform on, he said. And he said, I love doing that job. He loved doing it. He needn't have had to pay me for it, he said, because I enjoyed it so much. I like the authority of it. I like this must be going back to steam trains. Am I right?
He did work on steam trains.
Yeah, in the 60s I'm talking here, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Possibly.
And he's saying, I love the job. And I love children and I love people, which is very unusual for a station master, I've got to say.
He was more personable
British rail
to
people I've
children.
met. Sorry?
Yeah, he was more personable to children than
Yeah.
my grandmother was.
Yeah, he gives me that thing. But there's a certain pride with him here. And I don't know, there's something about, I get the sense that something happened with the money in the family was taken away. Are we going back to you now, are we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was mine.
And now I've got someone else here. I've got another gentleman coming in, which is different to the station master. George?
No.
G name? A gentleman's talking to me here now. I'm going to get myself very confused because I'm getting multiple links in at the same time. Talking about the money in the family was taken away, which should have gone to you in the end.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would have trickled down, as it were.
indeed. Yeah.
And it was cheated,
Mhm.
I've got to say. It was
Yeah.
cheated. The money was taken away. It was
Yeah.
snatched from the family. And it caused terrible, terrible upsets in the family, I've got to say.
Yeah.
People could have killed each other over this.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. And they had to move. I don't know, your family had to move.
My mum did. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Your mum had to move because she was expecting to be able to buy her house, and she couldn't. And
No.
yeah, your mum's in the spirit, is she?
Yes.
Giggly? Giggly. I feel she got a giggle. Titter. Unless I got Frankie Howard coming through.
Yeah.
I can feel her. Did she like Frankie Howard? Do you remember
I
who
don't-
Frankie Howard was?
Was he
Brilliant man.
vaguely? Yeah.
Okay,
vaguely,
I think that's the humour she liked, like that. And she's saying the whole family was down on their luck, really, you know, in those times. And she says, but nowadays things are starting to take quite a turn for the better. I just feel she's saying that you've been doing really a lot better financially than, say, she had done in her life. And she's given me a sense of want to put around you the feeling of financial stability. So I don't know if things have been hard and we're coming out of it, but she's given me the things that wants to say to you, we're going to get easier. It's going to get easier. Okay? That's what I feel the message is from her, right? So you better start doing the lottery tickets.
I do.
And is one of your lucky numbers 42?
No.
Because I just saw 42. You better do that one.
Yeah.
I just saw 42. Okay. All right. But take her love and take all of you there.
Thank
take their
you.
love because it's a little bit muddled, but then I've got two of you all together. Oh, so we're getting close to the... Okay. Thank you. 3 minutes. Do you want to do one quick one? No. We're kind of drying up now, aren't we? So, okay, I think we might take... So, oh, yes, the flowers, please. Thank you. If you... 2 flowers we better do this time because we've got 2 links there. Now, we're just coming to the actual break time now. So I think we'll just start the break now. How long is the break going to be for, Jane? Yeah.
Is there a Colin here? Is there a Colin here? Does somebody, does the name Colin mean anything to anybody? I know it does. What did you say? Not that you know, name Colin. Okay, then I think we'll have to finish.
Perhaps that's
now
for the
and then
next
come-
half.
Well, okay, all right. But I know I'm drawn to this gentleman here. There's somebody that's trying to get through to you. Would you understand that? He's a man. We'll deal with him afterwards.
Okay.
Sorry?
No.
After the pain. Tempting.
Okay. Okay. Okay, we're going to have a break now. I think it's half an hour. And we'll see you back here later. Stay tuned.
talking.
I thought you were going to finish
No,
that
you-
last link.
no,
All right,
no.
okay, I'm not quite with it yet. Okay. Okay, I'm on next. I haven't got my link. Okay, let's see. Michael. I'm being told Michael. I'm another young man. Someone's saying to me, I'm Michael, I'm a young man. And I feel I suffered from epilepsy. There's something about epilepsy that I'm being told here. So I think I'm being shown somebody with the name Michael who suffered from something like epilepsy or some psychological problem of some sort. And I feel this person's given me the feeling of, I think it's a young person that's talking to me here, and they must have had a lot of difficult medical conditions towards the end, because they're telling me that they're free now and they're free of the suffering. So there was quite a difficult medical type of situation here. Michael, I think, is the name. And I'm also hearing, connected with this name Susan or Susie. Have we got enough information here to find this with somebody? Jane threw me in it here. I thought Jane was doing the first link here. Susie. It rhymes with something. Susie from Suffolk. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Finding a link's always the hardest bit of doing this type of thing, actually. Young lad. Come on, lead me. Where have I got to go? Where have I got to go? I'm playing almost like warmer with him, so he's younger. I think I'm further back somewhere. The lady there with the glasses. Next one back. Yes. Does it make any sense to you? Have you dealt with people that might have had, helped people that might have had conditions, worked in nursing or anything like that? No. Because I feel I want to connect with someone that might have actually worked in nursing here and done some help with people who have conditions like epilepsy and things and more serious problems. And I think I'm looking for someone that worked in nursing. Anybody here?
I did.
Yeah, I know you did. But I was thinking this could be for Jane. Let us know. Gotta find the link. Susie and Michael. And can you understand someone that had, sorry? And then there's something about epilepsy. And in the hospital. Okay, so kind of most of that fits with you. You've already had a message from Jane earlier, didn't you? All right, I'll have to. And so this children with problems with medical. I'm going to use the mic. So I'm coming on and off here. On. Testing. Yeah. That's his grant, and there's because I'm getting a mail link wanting to give me. Let me describe the person in the spirit side. Good sense of humour, very funny. He'd borrow money off you and never give it back and joke about it. Okay, you borrow money off him. Okay, so you still owe him. Okay, all right. Yeah. Okay, you still owe him. And so he's talking about the children because he loved the children. And he's talking about the suffering that the children went through, and he's so sad for the children that suffered.
It was the mother inflicted it. Yeah.
Okay, now it makes sense to me. And who liked the ice skating?
I can't.
Is
take
it
that
you?
one.
Did you use to ice skate? Somebody ice skates.
I like a bit of ice skating. I've never fell over, but I'm no.
Torville and Dean, I'm seeing here.
I would love to be.
That
Yeah,
sort
but
of thing. Okay. Well, I'm not going to spend too long with you. I'll go on to another link.
Yeah.
Because you've had a lot already, and I need to move on to others. But I just want to say, he had big ears.
Quite big ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was a bit deaf.
No, I can't remember him being deaf. No.
Okay, might be
no.
another link coming in.
Yeah,
But I'm going to go on to the
another link,
next
yeah.
link. But let me pass the love
Thank
on to you
you,
for the
yeah.
children. You've obviously got a lot of energy, love.
Thank
Full
you,
as
darling.
both here. I got someone actually. The character now that's coming through for me. And, hopefully, I'm not with you, but tell me if I am. is a gentleman, I'm hearing the name Charlie, who was a real card, and he had big ears, and he was a bit deaf, which is a bit sad, really. And he gives me a sense of talking something about America. I'm talking about something connected with America, and I'm talking about Austin, Texas. You don't understand that. Good. You don't. And I got something about America, Austin, Texas. Now, and this is a gentleman here that's got a very funny sense of humor that's trying to connect with me. I don't know where I am. I'm completely lost with this. I'm going to need help finding him. And he used to gamble. He used to like to gamble a little bit. I'm getting here too. There's the cards and things like that. Where am I? Where am I? Think. And come on, lead me. Where have I got to go? Again, I feel more at the back. First row at the back. The two ladies that are sat in the middle there. What was it like this? Looking like you're the worst person to come to because you've got bad body language. You wouldn't understand someone called Charles or Charlie. Sense of humor around you, because I feel it hovering around there. I feel I'm round this way. Can't find my link.
You're in the front, Craig.
Where, Jay? Is someone indicated? No. You can see him, I can't. Was someone in the front indicating that they understood? Ah. Very good sense of humor. Is he on spirit side? Yes. Yeah. Okay. I know I've got a Charlie. You were right then, Jay.
I know I'm right.
Good.
I'm a woman.
A very good sense of humor with Charlie. Yeah. And have you had some connections with America? Something. I don't know if you've been thinking about going, or there's something. He's on the Cunard, and he goes to America quite a lot. Okay, we're right. Thanks, Jane. And like I say, was he a little bit deaf? Yeah, okay. It's you. And so he's your uncle, but he comes, and did he also like to gamble a little bit too? He liked to gamble, because I feel he's very good with the cards, things like that. Yeah. I don't know. We know who we're talking about, though. Yeah, okay. And yeah, I feel with him a very good sense of humor, like to play the cards. I don't know if you used to like to play cards and chess. Did you play chess as well at some point? He was on the boats. Were you on the boats too? Okay, because he's talking about the we're talking about the old liners, aren't we? Yeah. We're talking about like the old ones with the old chimneys and things, like Queen Mary and Elizabeth and things like that. Oh, see, we're dealing with the boats. Okay, yeah. Stephen all kind of has a lot to do with it. Yeah, okay, yeah. Because he liked to, he actually quite enjoyed his job, I feel, and because he enjoyed the travel that came with it. And he could be a bit difficult with people sometimes, a bit bolshy, couldn't he? He could be stubborn, Particularly, I feel if he had a drink or two, he could get stubborn. Like some people, the good side comes out when they have a drink. With him, I think he got a bit introverted, actually, sometimes with it. Yeah? You understand that? And who's Percy? Or am I talking about the purser? Yeah, the purser. Yeah, or Percy. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure I'm hearing it right. And did somebody steal some money from the boat? I've got something about there was a criminal case. There was a big scandal. Gold bullion. That's kind of a bit. Yeah, it's kind of a bit criminal. Pinch. Okay, so let's go. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Our cameraman's a police officer, so he is. And I'm sensing he was like dress smart. Yeah, because I feel I'm dressed smart. He said when I was dead, I was buried smart too. I don't know if they had new clothes or something for him, but he says I look pristine. He said because he was always a little bit arrogant about his good looks, I feel. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But he had 5 brothers, but in a funny sense of way, as a man, and I don't know how well you knew him inwardly, I felt he sometimes felt a bit lonely and a bit different from everybody else. You know, he had that sort of a little bit awkwardness to his self. You know, and but he was kind, and he used to do an awful lot of good work for charitable things, and secretly. I feel so you wouldn't know it if it was secretly, but I suppose I'm getting the feeling I like to do people a good turn, you know. You know, I do them, but they didn't even know I'd done it some of the time. That's the feeling I get. And was there someone in the family that owned a pub? Yes. Right. And what's that pub, the Red Lion? Sure. Oh, he told about it. Perhaps he was drunk when he looked at the sign. Well, Crown and Stirrup? No. Crown? No? No, okay, I'm not going to... My own brain will come in and I'll spoil it. Okay. But anyway, someone owned the pub, he said, as well. And he used to like the dog there as well. I don't know, is there something... They had an Alsatian dog. There's something about an Alsatian dog I'm being shown here. And it seems to associate around the pub. And I don't know if did he adopt the dog or something, or somebody adopt the dog. I'm going off on a funny sort of tangent here. Doesn't make sense to you? Yeah, because I just get the feeling like that. So he talked about the gold bullion. What's more about that? Oh, that was all in the papers. He's saying to me here. There's a story. It was all in the papers. Yeah. And they wanted to interview you about it as well, not the police, but I'm seeing the press or something here, trying to find the story out. So what's he going on about here? He liked to have a drink, didn't he? He'd like to have a drink because I get the feeling, he'd give me a feeling of being a little bit tipsy as he's talking to me. So they've obviously got spirits of the other sort on the other side as well. And but I always like to be cheerful. You're wanting to, mother's over there, he's saying to me. You've been wanting to talk to your mother, he's saying. I think it's the gentleman's mother I think I'm talking to here. Okay, because he's saying you missed your mum a lot, you know. You were very close to your mum. And I get the sense with her of being a very wise lady, you know. And I also get the sense with her of a lady that would save the money and be very careful and always give wise counsel to you. And I don't know, I feel I've got troubles all down my right-hand side. I don't know if I've had troubles with my hip or if I've had more than that, if I've had a stroke or something here. I feel as if I can't stand properly. She gives me when she was here on Earth. Does that make sense? That's your mum. Might be because you both thought of suddenly that my mum might be getting 2 at the same time. So they look different because one's bigger and one's smaller, isn't she? So is your mum the bigger lady? The other way, because we know I'm asking so I can help distinguish it. So your mum, bigger lady, did you have? Okay, because I've got the bigger lady that had problems with her mobility, and she must have had a stroke or something because she's lost the control of her arm. Right, she's going like that, and it must twitch or something. She's going like that to me. And she liked the dogs, right? And did she make her own ice cream or something? Because I'm getting something about ice cream. Who made ice cream? Yeah, okay. And who's Stephen? Stephen from Portsmouth. I've just heard. Stephen, I heard. Okay, that doesn't make sense to you. Okay, or I might be getting something wrong there. So I'm just getting the. Anyway, I want to say both of them are there on the mums. They seem to come together for you, you know, and they're giving me a happy feeling that there's some happy family event ahead. So I don't know if there's something nice coming up for you, because I'm getting the feeling there's something good family-wise where we bring everybody back together again. Because they say to me that the family on both sides and both your families have kind of moved apart quite a lot, you know, and we need a nice event, not a funeral, in which everybody can come together. And they're saying something about there's a wedding. So okay, so it makes you understand the wedding, okay? Because they're talking about they're talking about a lovely, happy wedding where both families come together, right? And it would be absolutely wonderful, and I get real happiness being shown to me there. Okay, and that's the blessing they kind of give from the spirit world. Okay, I'll let Jane do one. Oh,
Rose.
roses.
Manners.
I'll put those at the front for you because.
I had a lady that come through that passed with COVID and never came out of hospital. Can anybody take that? I can't come to you again because you have two for the price of one over there. Where are we? Right. Can you come a bit forward? Bring your chair a bit forward, darling. Actually, come a bit more. Just come a bit nearer. I'll have to turn. Can you come a bit nearer, please, if you don't mind? That's it. Bring it forward. No. You've heard of the woman in red. I'm the woman in yellow. Right. Have you been asking for this lady to come through to you?
Yeah.
Because I felt as I went through there, she walked straight up to you because I was getting a bit breathless as she was coming through. Would you understand? Was there not a chance to say goodbye to this lady?
No.
That's why she wanted to come through to you then, because let's see. But her thoughts was with you before she left the earth. Okay, because it was difficult for most people. They couldn't go to funerals, they couldn't go to hospitals and that. But this lady's thoughts were with you as she passed and that. Okay, because you've been asking and that. Were you looking at a photograph recently?
Yes.
Okay. Have you got a photograph of her on an iPhone or something?
Yes.
Okay, because she's. Have you had some strange phenomena that's happened on your iPhone linked with this lady?
Not that I can think of. No.
All right. Well, you will be.
Okay.
But nice ones. Okay. Because I feel as if I can hear her voice very clearly, clairaudiently, and saying, "Can you tell her I'm not dead? I'm just stepped away." And it's as if I felt with her breathing in that, because she felt she wasn't an angry lady when she was here, quite a gentle soul.
Yes.
And she's very gentle as she comes through because she didn't want to worry you or anything. And there's a bit of sadness there because you didn't have time to say goodbye, but she's saying, but to let you know that she's okay and she's healed now in the spirit world, and you're not to feel sad because you will see her again, but not yet. Not yet. Okay. And I felt a very good soul, this lady come through, very gentle.
Yeah.
Wouldn't hurt anybody and that. And she was saying, why did this happen to me? Why did this happen to me? It's like, as I say, her thoughts were very much with family. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. So there felt like a gentleman that came for her from the spirit realm. Would you understand that?
No.
Well, there's definitely a gentleman that came for her. Okay. So I get a grandfather feel here. Makes sense to you? Well, that's what I'm
Not
being
from her
told.
side, yeah. I can't think that, anything like for her. She was my aunt. So.
All right, but she's telling me a grandfather feel, so it could be on her side of the family. Doesn't necessarily mean it's your grandfather.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she was pleased to see this gentleman and that, because I felt as if she was showing me an oxygen mask over her face, because her breathing was quite shallow, very difficult. Okay. Does a ring mean anything to you from this lady?
Could well be. I know that we had a ring that she got. Yeah, it means something, yes.
All right, because she's saying a ring, you would understand it. Okay. See, I feel as if this lady was quite saved for a rainy day. It's that feel. You know, if you want something, you save up for it. And you don't have things that you can't afford and that. And it's not that she's frugal in her life. It was just that that's the way she was brought up. You know, quite a proud lady, I've got to say. Okay. Can you place any embroidery associated around her?
Embroidery.
Yes.
I can't. No, I can't.
Well, she showed me a piece of embroidery that was made with silks. Don't come up to me afterwards. Say yes, that mean anything, because then spirits left the building.
Embroidery. No.
All right, because she's showing me that. Okay. And as I say, I felt as she slipped and left the earth, I felt as if she was relieved in a way because she didn't feel she had to have difficulties with her breathing because it distressed her a lot.
Yeah.
So to tell you that she loves you, she always loves you. She'll be guiding you from the spirit realm. And when you think of me, I'm around you. She's like your guardian angel, if you like, right? Because you loved her very much.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why she showed. You didn't wear your hair in plaits, did you, when you was younger?
When I was little.
When you were little, she's trying to brush your hair and plait it, my dear. There must be a photograph or something because she's saying, and she's singing scarlet ribbons for your hair. That's an old-fashioned thing, and that. And it's as if I feel when she passed into the spirit world, it's as if she looked over her shoulder, and as she left the earth, she felt, you know, I've had a good life. I've had a good life. And I've had people around me that loved me, and I don't feel sad. And I want you to know I'm always going to protect you, all right? And she's saying, don't cry, because she's trying to give you a handkerchief from the spirit world. And that because she liked her hankies. Would you understand that? She always had a hanky. Cleanliness next to godliness with this lady, very much so. All right. Okay. I don't know why she's showing me a cat. Does a cat mean anything to you? Is someone talking about a cat?
She didn't like cats.
Or she's saying about a cat?
Yeah.
Was she allergic to cats or something? She's saying about a cat.
She was like scared of them. She didn't like cats.
All right, but that'll do nicely then, because she's saying about a cat and that. Okay. All right. Does the initial F mean anything to you? Does the Frank mean anything to you? I've got someone coming through and say it's Frank here. Does it mean anything around those ladies around you? All right, I'll be with you next because Craig took a little bit longer, so fair's fair. All right. Okay. You got a piece of this lady's clothing in her memory? Okay. And I feel as if she's sweetly walking away from us. She's saying, I will always love you as you loved me. And don't cry for me because I'm not far away. I can breathe now, thank goodness. Right? Because it's quite a shock and upsetting for you when she passed because you felt that you didn't have a chance to tell her how you really felt. No. And that was the sad part. But the good part is that she's back as A1. And though she's in a spiritual body, because we all have to leave the physical body, she's saying, I'm always with you. All right? She's always in your heart. All right? God bless you, my dear.
Thank you very much.
Heather? A rose there. And give that lady behind so then you can. Thank you. Oh, it's going up. Yeah, you sit there, my dear. Right. What does Frank mean, my dear?
So that's my nan's husband.
Right, is in spirit.
Yes.
I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay, because as this gentleman was coming through, I felt you say it's not too bad over here. All right. I'm seeing tobacco. Does that mean anything to you? All right, but I'm still seeing Bruno. Is it Bruno? Oh, show me tobacco or something. Okay. All right. See, I feel with this, has there been a history of heart troubles in the family?
Yes, my nan had a sort of bad heart throughout her life. Sort of thing.
All right. You have to put that microphone under your.
Yeah. I don't think it is. It work? Yeah. So he had a bad heart. He had a big bypass done, didn't he?
Right. Because there's somebody that passed in hospital that didn't like hospitals. Frank.
He did pass in hospital. Yeah.
So speak up.
Yeah, he did in
Yeah.
hospital.
Because he didn't like hospitals. He felt as if they were messing around with you when you went in. You didn't come out, and this is how he's talking, not me.
Yeah.
The buggers would kill you. That's how he's talking. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
And he felt, they're doing me in, get me out of here. I don't want to be in here.
Yeah.
He's quite awkward.
Yeah.
Very awkward. Okay. Have you, or the lady there, is there a piece of clothing you can associate with him?
Not that I can recall.
All right, because I keep seeing a flat cap.
No, not with him.
But I keep seeing a flat cap. Does that mean anything to you?
That's my grandfather, probably.
All right, well, don't make it fit. It's just that I'm seeing a flat cap. Okay. Is there any Irish link somewhere?
Not that I know.
All right, because they're talking about Ireland. Is someone talking about going to Ireland?
Well, I'd like to go to Dublin.
You like to go to Dublin? I wouldn't bother if I were you. Nothing there. We've been there, haven't we, Craig? Yeah, well, they wouldn't know who that was. Okay. Are these two granddaughters?
Yeah, the far one is.
The far one is. So who does the other one belong to then?
She's just her friend. That
All right, then. It's
she
just
comes
that.
along.
Okay. All right. Right. I'm getting the initial E drawn over. Mean anything to you?
I've got a brother called Edwin.
All right. It's just drawn E over your face. Okay. Let me just see. Have you been trying to do walking or something? Have you been trying to do walking? You know, you get these Fitbit watches.
No, I don't do the Fitbit, but I have been walking.
Yeah, because he's talking about
Hampshire
walking.
walks, yeah.
Because he's talking about walking. Because I feel as if he's been following you and laughing.
Oh, okay.
All right. Slow down.
Yeah.
Slow down, he's saying. Right. Okay. There's some event or something you're going to, because the spirit was talking about some event you're looking forward to.
Probably several.
All right, there's
events.
talking about an event. There's a very good big event you're going to.
Well, I'm 70, and then there's a wedding next week, and then there's Jenny.
Well, I would say a wedding's a big event, wouldn't you?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're having an event because you're 70.
Yeah.
Or you're still a youngster yet. Okay. I feel as if loved ones have been trying to reach you in your consciousness through a dream state.
Okay. I don't recall anything.
But because sometimes the spirit world can't get through. You go to a spiritualist church, whether sometimes they come to you.
Okay.
Right. There's also, would you understand a biggish lady that passed with cancer?
My mum passed away last year.
With cancer?
She did have cancer,
Yeah.
but it was probably old age too, because she was 93.
Oh, wow. But talking about lady that passed with cancer, because I feel she's been hovering around you
A
this
sister-in-law.
evening. Sorry?
But a sister-in-law, but she wasn't big. Helen.
Well, perhaps she's been in the spirit larder. Who knows? On the other side.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Zoe was saying that she was bigger originally, but obviously
She was
with
bigger
cancer.
originally. Because what happens if somebody passes and they're old, they go back younger looking.
Yeah.
You see. And if somebody had the love of dancing and that, then they come back and they'll come back showing their lovely legs and things like this. They take their memories with them. Okay, I'm going to leave you there because I've got another link coming in, if Craig doesn't mind. All right. I keep on hearing the name, tough if he does. I'm hearing another name, Billy. Can anyone take the name Billy? Billy? There's a Billy over there. Oh, better give you a rose. Can you and give that other lady? Where's the link? Is it over there, Billy? What does Billy mean to you, my dear? Your dad's name. I don't know if this is right. Right. But I was getting more of a child's name. But he's not in spirit if he's here, is he? No. Right, I pass over to Craig because I'm breaking my link up because I definitely had a child about 12 years old that passed and he was talking about Billy. If that doesn't mean anything to you, then that's not the link. All right, Craig?
Sometimes, because lots of people are watching this, you don't know. A lot of the people watching this on YouTube, some of these links might be people there, you know, because it's going live. So, and actually, another just a reminder: everything we're doing tonight, all of it goes to. We don't take a penny for it. It all goes to our foundation, which is helping to, well, on the one hand, create a spiritual center, but also helping lots of people. So Jane and I don't take anything, even minimum expenses for this. Is this working? Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah. we had a few sound problems today. Now, I was getting some strange sort of stuff, so I'll have to express it to you, unless I'm getting more than one link again. But I was getting a male link from the spirit side, somebody talking about the coal industry for some reason. So you'll have to rack your brains, because this might go back a little bit, but there's something connected with coal. I don't know whether it's about the delivery of coal, the mining of coal. There's something about coal. And I feel like I'm going back a bit. I feel like I'm stepping back in time a little bit. Well, it would be with coal, wouldn't you, I suppose? But I'm seeing also there was something something that was made in their memory. It might have been something like something connected with children that had something like a playground or something like that, a children's play area with this. I know it's odd stuff, but I want to I make my life difficult for me when there's obscure stuff like this, but I'm just feeling something to do with the coal. So I expect it's probably a grandfather link for somebody or something like that, but there's something with the coal. The lady with the black hair and the glasses in the black and white color, I'm drawn to you. Does that make any sense to you? Nothing at all. I was just feeling drawn around that area. Something about the coal industry. Come on, give me some more information to find this one. Your granddad was a miner. That might make sense. Did Jane give you the name Bill? Billy? It wasn't him. His name wasn't Bill, was it? No. Okay. So your grandfather was a miner. Yes. He was quite a I feel a person that had a love of helping strangers, in a way, a love of helping children and other people's children.
Yeah, you love children.
Yes. Yeah, and I'm seeing big family. Big family. Did he come from a big family? Can I say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of brothers and sisters.
And
back in the day.
Was there also other miners in the family too at the same time? With his brothers?
I don't know. Yeah, he probably did.
Because did some of his brothers come out of the coal mining and go to Cornwall?
No, my granddad came out of Wales
and went to Cornwall?
No, went to London.
Went to London because he's talking about the move from the coal industry, and he had a mixed bag again as a personality, because I feel him to be, on the one hand, he could be a bit stubborn. He'd have his mind made up. Yeah. You couldn't budge him on any argument that you would ever give to him about anything. You know, this is he decided what was right in life and stuck with it, yes. Right? And yet, aside from that, there was also an innocent side to him as well, of a man that used to like I just telling me, he's just saying, I've got really shiny boots, he says. I always had
Yes,
really shiny
yeah,
boots. And you can
yeah.
always remember that when you were little, because
Yes,
you could
absolutely.
always look at his shiny boots. I think
Yeah.
they're ox blood. They're something like that. They're really,
Mm.
he liked
Always
to
polishing.
keep smart and clean. You know, you would never thought he'd ever gone down a mine, you know.
No.
And whistled a lot. He had a habit of whistling.
I can't
And
remember
he
that.
drink a bit too, I got to
Yeah,
say.
yeah, he liked a pint.
You know, he liked his drink, he says.
Yeah.
And somebody else around him, it's not, I don't know, I heard the name Jack as well. I don't know if
That's his name.
that's
Jack.
his name, Jack. Okay. And is it a B name, like B something for his surname? Belling? B?
No,
Does Belling mean something to you?
no.
No, okay. But it's Jack's his name, though.
Yeah.
And bit intolerant he could be to people, actually, you know. All this sort of
Yeah.
stuff we got nowadays with gender fluidity and things like that. I can imagine what he'd say about it all.
Yeah, so could I.
Because he was a bit intolerant like that, generally, I'm afraid. And that was his era, and that was smoked heavily, I've got to
Yes, he
say.
did, yes.
Very heavily.
Yeah.
And did someone keep birds?
He did. Yeah.
He kept birds.
Him and my
Yeah.
nan,
These feel like more like, I feel like I got something more like pigeons or something that you'd let free.
They were little canaries.
Canaries he kept. Oh,
Yeah, they
canaries.
did
I
let
suppose
them free.
minor, wouldn't they? Yeah. Okay. I saw birds with him, and couldn't drive.
No.
Couldn't drive a car.
No.
No. And he never wanted to drive a car.
No.
In fact, he was reluctant even of any technology. He was reluctant to even have a television. Didn't like London.
Well, no.
No, he didn't like London. He
Yeah.
hated it. He hated the people there, he says.
Oh right.
Yeah. Sorry, Londoners. Not in his good books. And do you know if he used to read Charles Dickens a lot?
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know.
No.
You haven't got a book of his, Charles Dickens?
No.
Okay. Perhaps you couldn't know that. But he says to me to tell you, look on the bright side. You tend to have a tendency sometimes to look on the negative side. You see? He says in his life they had nothing. He
No,
says
they didn't. No,
we had
very
nothing,
true. Yeah.
and we were happy, right?
Yeah.
And he says, you know, always count your blessings.
Yeah.
He had a bit of a Christian side to him as well, I've got to say.
Yeah.
And he would sing in church as well. But he had bad hip at the end too. I don't know if he had to have a stick.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, he had the stick.
Yeah.
And it seemed again, it sees my right hand side, because I think he had cataracts in the right eyes as well. Just the one eye had trouble. But he's saying, but all those things, I always count the best in, and look for the best in people too, he says.
Yes.
You know, because he says the women always moan about people, he says. You know? But he always tries to sort of point out the best things in people. So take his love. He's around there. I feel I'm getting the sense here from a spirit guide saying to me that you're kind of exploring a lot in terms of spirituality at the moment, you know, both in terms of mediumship, but other forms of spirituality as well. And I don't know if you've been interested in, you know, even the Eastern stuff and the yoga types things as well. And he said, keep that up. Like, this is my spirit guide's given me this now, because, you know, you've got a long way to go with this, and it's going to give you a lot of happiness. And I feel as if you're mixing with healers, and I feel that some very good people around you with that at the moment that you can learn a lot from. Okay, so that's the message, is to, you know, keep on that
Brilliant.
pathway.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Do you want to do another one, Jane?
Right. I'm drawn to the gentleman there. Can I hear your voice, please? Or did you supposed to? Right. Don't look at the lady next to you. Right. Is there any link with somebody with diabetes? Well, is there some problems with a leg? Because the spirit world, they're saying about a leg. And I know I'm with you. You've got bad legs. Okay. Would you understand a lady linking with you from the spirit realm?
Sorry?
They get shocked, don't they, when you go to men? would you
Hello?
I won't. Would you understand a lady linked with you that's in the spirit realm?
Yeah.
Because she's on about your legs the whole time. Because
Oh.
as I was looking at you,
Yeah.
I could see the lady drawing close to you, and I believe your mother.
Oh, right, yeah.
Would you understand? You've got a mother, haven't you?
Yeah, well, yeah.
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 Glad to hear it. And I felt she was looking after you, and I felt very close to you because she's on about your legs and everything.
Yeah.
Because she worried about you a lot. And you loved your mother because she was saying there's not a day that doesn't go past you don't think of her and that. Were you the blue-eyed boy?
Well, got blue eyes.
Well, I can't see from here. You could have a mixture. She's
Yeah,
called you the blue.
I was the first one, so.
Yeah,
so that-
blue-eyed boy, she's saying.
Yeah.
And were you very fair when you were younger?
Yeah.
Because she showed me a lovely photo of you, with lovely blonde hair, very fair.
Yeah.
And that. And were you always getting knocking your knees or something with your knees she's
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah, I've had my knees done as well.
Sorry?
I've had my knees replaced as well.
All right, because she's on about your knees
Yeah.
and that. And she's talking about your childhood. Your childhood wasn't easy. It wasn't easy for this lady.
Right.
But she made the best of everything she could.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know why she's showing me a copper spoon.
The what?
Copper spoon.
Oh.
A wooden spoon then.
No.
Would you understand that?
No.
All right, well, we're going right back now because I'm seeing an old-fashioned copper where you would put all sheets in and you would stir it around.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Would you understand
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
That's what
yeah.
she's shown me.
Yeah.
See what I mean? You've got to take a bit longer with men, haven't you? It comes back to them. And
I'm a bit deaf as well.
are you?
Sorry.
Well, I'll speak up loud then. She's talking about she liked her sheets on the line. She was a very proud lady. She liked to see them all lovely and white. And she said, you must always be clean underneath in case you have an accident. That's what she used to say to you. All right. Okay. What's the initial R she's drawing over your face?
That must be my granddaughter.
She said, what's your granddaughter's name?
Ruby.
Ruby. Oh, that's it. And she's just done an R over your face and that because she can see everything on the earth plane, what's happening,
Right.
keeping an eye on you. And she said, you're very happily married.
Oh.
Are you?
Not yet.
Not yet. Does this lady belong to you?
Yeah.
Well, you are happily married then. She wouldn't stick around, would she? And she's saying that all you've got to do is your best while you're here. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Who can we link up in a uniform? I'm seeing army.
I was in the army.
You were in the army. You just show me a lovely photo of you.
Yeah.
And showing the uniform. Very proud of you as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Very proud of you. Did you have badges and things?
Yeah.
Because she's the spirit world showing me that. Was there a link with your father in the services?
Grandfather.
All right. And did he have a medal?
Yeah.
All right. Does the Russian convoys mean anything to you?
Yeah, I think he's involved with it as well. Yeah.
He was involved with it because that's what they're showing me, the spirit world. And I feel there's quite a few people on the other side that link with you because I feel that quite a lot of them have met up. And as they're showing me that, okay, would you understand there's a dog there as well?
Yep.
Because there's a dog that comes through, a funny looking dog, but there's a dog.
Yeah.
They've got a dog. I don't know what you call them, mongrels, what? But there's a dog. They're saying like Heinz 57. Do you know what I mean?
No. Is it? Was it? Oh yeah, it might have been one. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because
I
they're saying,
remember. Yeah.
all right. Let me just see. Why is your mother talking about liver and bacon?
Bloody hell. That's my favourite.
Oh. She's just saying liver and bacon.
Yeah.
And that. And
Wow.
You might even, what I call a psychic breeze. You might, when you're quiet and still, you might smell that. It's your mother very much as if she wants to bring things through you as memories.
Well,
And that, you're saying liver and bacon. Okay, because I felt your mother was quite a good cook too.
yeah.
And that she could make something out of nothing. And that. And she said, you're not too old yet, that I can't tell you off from the other side. Right. Okay. Now someone, and I don't know if it was you, but someone showed me a catapult.
Yeah, I used to have a catapult, yeah.
You did? All right, because they're showing me that. Okay. Does the name John mean anything to you, my dear?
Yep.
What does John mean to you?
It's other my cousin.
John. She's talking about John.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, he's my uncle as well.
Sorry?
He's one of my uncles who's passed.
All right, because she's talking about John. Well, we'll take it as it's the John in spirit, not
Yeah.
the John on the earth plane, all right? Because they do meet upwards, loved ones.
Yeah,
Because
brother and sister.
yeah, if you have a message from the spirit world, you're very blessed. Because sometimes it takes years for loved ones to come through, because they come through on that energy of love.
Right.
And I felt your mother was waiting for you.
Yeah, what's calling her?
Yeah, all right. Well, she was waiting for you.
Oh.
Now, why are they showing me a St. Christopher's?
We used to get St. Christopher's with his kids.
Yeah, because she's just walked through and put it round your neck as St. Christopher.
Oh.
All right. Okay. Now, your mother was a very hard-working lady, and she used to say her prayers and things, and all she wanted really was all you children to be happy. That's what she's saying, and you were. And she had a very difficult childhood in a way. Well, it wasn't easy for her. All right. Have you been trying to do genealogy, trying to trace family tree?
Yeah. Yeah.
You have. You'll find all the links soon, Spirit Word's saying. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
And you'll be amazed as well what you find, and you'll be very proud of your roots.
Wow.
All right. It's not where you come from, it's where you're going to in life. That's what they're saying. Okay. Your mother, when she comes, I've got, you know, these old-fashioned aprons.
Yeah.
She's got an apron on,
Yes.
and that's how she shows herself.
Yeah.
And you would understand that. Is there a photograph of your mother with an apron on?
Not that I know.
Well, she stands there with an apron.
Yeah.
And this lady loved washing babies' clothes.
Yeah.
She used to like doing hand washing.
That's right.
And she said, I used to be all covered in water all over me. She said, I used to love it. And I love babies. She loved babies. And she liked to see babies in matney coats, not dressed up as bumblebees like they are now. When they have all different ghastly clothes on. They try to make them grow up too quick, don't they?
Right, yeah.
And that she likes babies in white. Very much so. Is there a birthday coming up?
Yeah, yes.
All right, because she's saying happy birthday to someone.
Yeah.
Whose birthday is that?
That's my daughter.
All right, she's saying happy birthday because she comes in with a birthday cake. All right. Now, your mother, I've got music round her, but I've got very sort of old-fashioned music I'm hearing because she liked the old-fashioned music. And I'm hearing like Gracie Fields. They won't know who Gracie Fields are, but she likes old-fashioned music. She liked listening to music and that. Okay. She's talking about the Archers.
The Archers?
Yes. Does that make sense to you?
Well, I wouldn't know. No, I don't know.
All right, she's listening to a radio and talking about the Archers and things.
Yeah.
All right. Can you take a George?
George, yeah.
She's talking about a George. Can you take a Jack?
Sorry?
Can you take a Jack? There's
Jack.
George and there's Jack.
I know George.
All right. You will find the link with the Jack because there's a lot of history when you do a family tree, when you go right back, because somewhere along the line it's got broken.
Yeah.
You're trying to find it out.
That's right.
You will find it. You keep saying blimey. But you will find it.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Was there somebody that played the drums, but I've got more military who played the drums?
No, don't know.
I'm seeing a drum. Somebody would have been playing drums, and I got a bugler as well.
Yeah, yeah, bugler.
Yeah, you'll find the drums as well. If the bugle comes, so will the drums.
Yeah.
All right, because they're saying that. And you're going to find a lot of history that goes back to your family. And you're going to be pleased, and you're going to find some amazing things. All right, amazing things. And I'm going to leave it there, and we'll let Craig do the next link. But your mother's very strong around you. Very strong around you. All right? God bless you.
Thank you very much. Wow. It's amazing, isn't it?
Okay, I've had a lady been pestering me here while Jane's been giving the reading there. Someone's been playing me piano music. So the person is a female communicator that I got here, and she gives me this feeling of piano. And I get the sense that might have been teaching around this link somehow as well. So I don't know if she taught the piano or was a teacher that loved to also play the piano, because I feel this feeling of having some connection with music, particularly piano, and with a sense of there's a little bit of a sense of tragedy around this lady as well, actually, with her passing. So anybody understand this at this present point? There's also the name Mary is being given me, or an M name. I think you're getting Mary, not Margaret, but because I'm getting M's, but I think she's trying to give me Mary with this name as being a lady that would have had this interest in music, particularly piano music. She loves Chopin and things like that, I'm hearing here. Still playing away here. Comfortable build lady as well with her. You would understand this. I've already... But if it's for you, I've got to give it to you. Mind you, I had to move on to your friend, didn't I, actually? So you did miss out. So you didn't actually get much of a reading. You understand the Mary? And do you understand the piano? And do you understand the teaching connection?
I do.
Good. That's what she's given me. So I'll have to give it to you because they're coming to me like with that. And I've got to say with her, she was a comfortable build lady.
She was.
Yeah. And, you know, she would sort of have a bit of trouble with her hips like you sometimes get when you're a bit too much weight, because I feel I've got to sit down with her.
Yes.
Sort of feeling with her. So in the latter part of her life, I feel sat down. She loved music, but I sense as if she also suffered from a bit of a depression as well sometimes. I don't know if she suffered. You don't know?
I don't know that, no.
Okay, because I just feel as if at the end she felt very isolated from the world.
Okay.
Right? And she says to me, something about Bournemouth. Bournemouth, did she sort of have to move there or do something connected with Bournemouth or something to taught there or something? You don't know about the Bournemouth link. Perhaps you can check it, but I get the something with that. Because sometimes the bits you get that you can check out later are proof that you know, it's not telepathy. And come on, love, give me a bit more. Are you trying to do a bit with teaching as well? Have you done something in teaching in your life?
No.
Have you been kind of helping people? And it doesn't necessarily have to be formal, but I just feel as if I help people.
I do work in education.
Yeah, because I kind of feel this. It's I feel as if I'm actually enjoying this side of the work,
yes,
as it were. You know, and I feel with you that you've been kind of looking for a change for some years, and it's kind of just happening in a way, particularly with your career, right?
I'm looking for a big change, and
but you're finding the variety that you never had before.
Okay,
you know, and has there someone that's recently had a kind of unpleasant illness diagnosed?
An illness? I don't know that I'd use unpleasant.
I just feel someone's not very well at the moment, I feel, right? Because I'm just getting good news from the spirit side to say I feel better, right? I feel improve a lot there. I just feel that person you worry about a lot,
Yes.
right? You worry about them, not just because of this, but generally.
Yeah.
I feel they're saying here. And was there someone, also this lady wouldn't have played snooker, but there's someone that played snooker that I've got being told about here at the same time.
No, I'm not sure on that one.
Not the lady next to you. Yeah, somebody played snooker. Yeah.
Oh,
Was
doing
it
it again?
Alfie? A name. Okay. Your name's not Alfie, you don't play snooker. No. Okay. All right. I'm splitting my links again here. I keep splitting my links because you're obviously grouped together and there's energy. But I just want to say from the lady from the spirit side there that she's Mary's her name, isn't it? We got that, didn't we?
Mary's her daughter's middle name.
Oh, okay.
She's Margaret, and you mentioned
She's the Margaret.
she's
Okay, because I
Margaret,
said I
yeah.
couldn't tell if it's a Margaret or a
Yeah.
Mary. Okay, that's good. So I'm right then. I just feel with her, like I said, she had some periods of depression in her life, but you didn't know about that.
No.
But I'm just feeling her trying to sort of up your spirits a little bit generally.
Yeah.
You know, because I wouldn't call it depression, but you felt a little bit low sometimes, and your energy level's been very low. I've
Yeah.
got to say, and I do want to say to you, exercise, right? I don't know if you're doing that at the moment, but exercise. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a sort of word that you'd hate to hear from the spirit world, but I feel that would improve your mental state.
Okay, that
And
is very relevant at the moment.
Is it very
yeah.
relevant for you at the moment? Because a lot of the things that the spirit world say to us, you know, it
Yeah.
makes sense to you, but perhaps not to others over there. But she comes with a lot of love, and she
Thank
comes with
you.
there's 2 or 3 photographs of her, but not many. I want to say.
True.
There's only 2, and yet there was plenty of opportunities, but she tended to shy away a bit from the camera. You know,
She
but there's a
did.
family event and everybody's in it, and we take a photograph of a wedding group. She's sneaked off.
Yes.
You know, because she was a little bit self-conscious, I think, particularly with her size, because I felt she was like a comfortable build with her. So she's over there. She's helping you. She was quite a talented lady, and she tells
Yes.
me that you've got lots and lots of talents, and you need to use them all.
Well, I think they're
Okay,
quite
she's given me
hidden
the
now.
parable of the talents from the Bible. So was she quite religious? Because she just given me the parable of
She
the
is
talents from the
religious, yes.
Bible. So she
Yeah.
would use the parables quite a lot in what she says to people. And she says that talking about testing me to the truth or something. So I don't know if she says you've had liars around you in your life. I've got to say, you know, and you don't lie. You know, you're truthful, and often those liars seem sometimes to win.
Yeah.
But in the end, they don't, because they trip themselves up.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
I look forward to that one.
Well, she's telling us that
They're a
from
big
the spirit.
fool coming,
So
is there?
she's been watching over, but it's the lies that hurt you most. Actually, it's the lies that hurt the most, because you always tell the truth.
Yeah.
But keep telling the truth.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's take her love, and she's there in the spirit.
Thank you very much.
Well, we've come to the end now, Jane. Yeah. So it looks like we're coming to the end now. I just like to say at the end, those of you, perhaps those of you who've got roses, have had a message. You're not obliged to do this, but it would be nice if any of you were prepared to describe your story to my daughter Celeste, who's going to ask people to give a little bit of background on your reading today, only briefly. And it would just be nice because it would go on the camera as well. So just so people can understand the implication of it. Because the most important thing, I think, well, perhaps the most important thing, is that Jane and myself, as you know, we both try to give proofs, you know, not just generalities. And all good mediums, I think, try to give proofs, little things that mean a lot to you. And those proofs, if they're shared more with the world, perhaps we begin to understand that there really is life after death. And there really is a beautiful world to come for all of us. Anyway, thank you. Do you want to say anything at the end, Jane? I've said it all. I'm allowed to speak at the end. Okay, well, thank you for joining us, and thank you also to everybody that's been online, that's been watching us as well. And if you want, you can also find this, because it will be recorded and it will be come back onto YouTube. Go and have a look for Jane and myself's channel. You type in Hamilton Parker, Craig Hamilton Parker, or Jane Hamilton Parker. You'll find it easy enough on YouTube, and you can watch it all over again. Okay, thank you. Right. I'll put this mic. Good to use this mic. Celeste? So if you'd like to come and sort of stand around here or something and let yourself be known if you want to do the interview. Do you want to come up and sit in my seat? And we'll sit them here and here. So we're going to move out of the seats now, Jane, so that you can do the interview. So I'll give you that one. No, I think you need that one for the mic. And we'll let. Best move away from the stage then, because we can. You could do. Yes, thank you. Fairly brief they have to be. So, thank you very much. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, well, right. I know now. Okay, we got the camera. Got the camera. Sorry? Oh, okay. Give us a minute. We're just getting the camera ready. Oh, well done.
She's my sister, so it's my brother-in-law to come through. We fell out recently, and she actually phoned me last night for the first time. It's his birthday tomorrow. She's a fallen angel, I call her. You know, but it's the second time now he's came through. He came to me the other day. Cash Records were going on about the horses. Now, I've got a friend also, she's another medium friend. She's gone through a disaster in a car crash. It immobilised her. I just speak.
So hello, Lisa.
Hi,
Thank
darling.
you for joining.
Thank you.
So you managed to get a reading this evening
Perfect.
from Craig and Jane.
Yes.
So talk me through a little bit about your experience. So were you expecting a reading when you came tonight? Were you hoping for one?
I was really not expecting the man to come through. He was a Muslim, and growing up, although he believed my sister was a medium, so he was open to this. But I thought my children's father was going to come through, not him.
And who is it that came through for you this evening?
My brother-in-law.
Your brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And you were just telling me a little bit about that, weren't you?
Yes.
That how much of a coincidence it is that he's come through tonight.
Yes.
So just talk us through a little bit about that.
Well, he came to me the other day. I thought it was a bit of a trickster sort of dream, and he said to me, "Are you sure? Are you aware? Are you sure your sister's listening to me? Because she's a medium, but I call her a fallen angel because she's lost her way since he passed away. She's very angry still.
Right.
So this message is for her that came tonight.
Yeah.
And the baby, all her children are blonde, blue-eyed. She brought a dark-haired baby through. Now, he was Pakistani, he had jet black hair. All their babies were jet black.
So that was where the baby connection came through.
It was beautiful, yeah.
Okay. And you were saying to me a moment ago as well, another coincidence is your sister contacted you last night.
She phoned me last night. I haven't spoke to her on the phone for ages. We fell out.
And
yeah,
evidently husband came through today.
Yes.
And you were saying also there's an anniversary or
it's his birthday tomorrow.
His birthday tomorrow.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about that reading that you got? What was the messages that you've got? You know, how did you feel when all of that came through?
So heartfelt. Me and my cousin was very close to my sister as well. It's a bit of a shock really for him to come through.
Was it?
Yeah. To be honest, I thought my children's dad or plenty of other people in spirit would come through. So I was really not expecting him to come through. But every little bit of evidence that
you could
Jane
relate
gave,
to.
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So she hit the nail on the head with everything.
100%. Yeah.
Good.
And it will really help my sister. Not tonight, but I know it will. 100%.
So you'll go away from here tonight feeling blessed that you've had the reading that you've had come through.
Yeah.
Good.
And she can see it for herself. It's
Brilliant.
amazing.
That's
Yeah.
it. It's all live.
Yeah.
So everybody can hear
Yeah.
it. Excellent. Well, I'm really pleased you've enjoyed this evening. It's been lovely
Excellent.
to meet you and hear your story as
Thank
well.
you.
And I'm pleased you got a really good reading.
Thank you, darling. Cheers.
Lovely to meet you. Evening, Carol.
Hello, Celeste. Nice to meet you.
So how have you found this evening? Have you enjoyed it?
Yes, absolutely brilliant. Yeah,
Okay.
very good.
So yours was the first reading that came through, which is always a bit daunting. But tell me a little bit about your experience with your reading this evening.
I was hoping my dad would come through, but I never knew, obviously, for 1 minute he would. When they came on and said about My Way, I'd even had My Way perfume on tonight because that was Dad all over. Frank Sinatra, My Way, it had to be him. I'm surprised I was so quick at putting my hand up because I didn't think I would be. But yeah, I was very, very pleased.
Well, I think the links that came through pretty much jumped out, didn't it? It was your dad.
Yes.
With the connections that he was giving you and all the proof that he was sort of throwing.
Yes, everything.
Out
yes.
your way.
Yeah, I was really, really surprised, really pleased. But everything they said, it was right. You know, even about the garden, the flowers, the crematorium we used to call the garden when we go and lay the flowers. So
yeah. And you after your reading, you were sort of recapping over everything, weren't you, and putting everything together with what's come through.
And when he said about Dad's watch, before I came out and I put my jewellery on, the back of my drawer was my dad's watch, my mum's watch. And I thought, shall I take them? And I thought, nah, it's silly. Put them back in the drawer.
So you've had a lovely evening this
Yes,
evening. Then.
absolutely.
Good reading.
Brilliant, yeah.
Would you come back?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. And I wouldn't be shy in coming forward either.
Put your hands up is the main thing, isn't it?
That's it, yeah. No, it was lovely. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol.
Lovely evening.
Oh yeah, recently, yeah.
So lovely to meet you, Wayne. Put the microphone up to your mouth.
Oh,
It is
okay.
on. I've got to say, I actually quite enjoyed reading this evening.
Yeah,
you seem
yeah.
to have a lot come through and connect with
I
you,
did,
didn't
I?
you?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
quite sceptical, right? And I didn't think nothing was going to come through, but when I just said about my mum's name
Yeah.
in my head,
Yeah.
and then I was quite surprised when it came through.
Yeah.
Especially when she said that my favourite dinner was
I know.
liver and bacon.
Bacon. That was the bit that got me.
No one else would know it.
No, it was. There seemed to be a lot of proof there for you, wasn't there?
Oh,
There
yeah,
was a lot. There was
all of it.
All of it. Yeah, there was.
Yeah, there's just one thing I didn't know about the Archers. I expect she did in their day, you know what I mean?
But that might
I
be
wouldn't
something
recall
that will
it.
come
I
to
didn't
you
recall
later.
it, you know what I mean? But
Yeah. So what were the best bits of your reading then? What were the
Well,
things that really connected with you?
Well, the liver and bacon, because she knew that was my favourite.
Yeah.
And I was in the army.
Yeah. Oh, yes, she
And
picked up that as well, didn't she?
Yeah, and obviously about me.
Oh, your legs.
The legs.
Yeah.
I had both my knees done, and then
Yeah.
it's me. Now it's my ankle.
Right.
So she knows.
Yeah.
That,
And she picked up all about your family.
all the family.
And was it your dad as well? Is that right? from
George,
memory?
yeah. And then my granddad and my granddaughters.
Mhm.
Ruby.
That's right. She got the name, didn't she?
She got the name. Was
Yeah.
my daughter anyway, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there was there's my daughter's birthday coming up very soon.
Yeah. Lovely.
Right.
Have you ever been for a reading before, or is this your first time?
I have done with my partner.
Yeah.
But obviously no one come through. But
Yeah.
I was quite sceptical then.
But you've got it tonight.
Oh my God! I wasn't expecting nothing like that. It was everything. Was just one thing after the other.
So
was true.
how's it left you feeling after your reading?
Yeah, it's quite emotional, really.
Yeah.
But very nice. You know what I mean?
Good.
Good feeling.
That's nice.
And
I'm
glad I
pleased.
come.
I'm pleased to
Brilliant.
hear that.
Yeah, lovely.
So there might be a wedding on the cards as well, by the sounds of things.
Could be. We're married anyway, really.
Oh.
Oh, in terms like that. together.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah, but
it was lovely.
We could do. She prompted me on.
I know that's the feeling I got when I listened to your reading.
I think she's a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it was
Oh,
good, and
bless
it was nice that your mum came through. And
Oh yeah, I was sort of screaming in my head.
Yeah.
You know, when they first come in and said, "Think of them, bring it through."
Yeah.
And it did. I just kept on.
well, I think we could all heart feel it when we were listening to your reading. It was very nice. So
Yeah, it was
hopefully
lovely.
you've gone away feeling
Oh,
good.
She was really hard working lady, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's 5 of us, 5 kids, so she was always working. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Good.
Yeah, it was real chuffed.
So how's it left you feeling tonight? How are you leaving?
Just lovely.
Good.
I could sleep well tonight.
Yeah. Knowing mum's around you as well.
Oh yeah, I miss her. I still
Yeah.
go and see her. She's up there in the graveyard, up there, and we just got a headstone for her. I'll go and chat with her.
Yeah.
Then I have a few beers.
Yeah. We can certainly go and give mum a cheers tonight and say
Yeah, I
thank you,
will
mum,
do,
can't
yeah.
you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you very much.
It was lovely to meet you,
And
and
you.
thank you for coming up to talk to me.
Oh, lovely. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Thank
Lovely.
you.
Cheers, sweetheart.